Tuesday.
We're early.
Yeah, baby. Early, motherfuckers. Demonetized in a minute. Can't cuss in the first minute.
Whatever, ain't my problem. Do you think YouTube's actually gonna flip out on us for swearing in the first minute?
It won't take us down.
Well, we'll get the yellow marker of death like we always do.
90% of our videos are demonetized.
Yeah.
Who fucking cares?
This is what happens when I don't have a script. I always demonetize myself.
Where are the Steelers going?
That guy's Super Bowl. They are going
where?
To the Super Bowl. I actually have a terrible town now. Super Bowl! We won. And oh, by the way, refs, your money's going to be in the mail next week. I appreciate you all for bailing out the Steelers from their own incompetence. The fact that they have no offense and our defense fell apart to Justin Fields. But it doesn't matter. 5-3 from bullshit reasons. Every win's been suspect. Steelers going to Super Bowl.
Steelers gone Super Bowl. That was the worst, best game ever. Like
that wasn't even a game. That was an atrocity.
That was such bullshit. So we were talking about this before, right? False starts, missed. What was it? Illegal block in the back.
Well, it was a low block. He didn't really hit TJ Watt that much, and it was in the line of like the zone that you're allowed to do that itself. So that should have been legal.
Right.
And that was a touchdown. They didn't call roughing the passer, even though there are certain instances that were far softer than what happened with Justin Fields on that third down. They call it roughing the passer.
All right, here's what pissed me off, right? So both teams were lining up in the neutral zone, and it was fucking obvious. Like you see the line on the field. Like I'm not fucking stupid. And it's not the generated line, it's the actual line on the field. I didn't know that lining up on sides or off sides was like a strike zone, that you could just interpret that shit like an umpire.
Well, it's interpreted. The only time they called that was when, like, mostly in the final drive with Robert Quinn.
I'm just saying, but you could clearly see that shit that they were lined the fuck off sides. Like, why? That should be a flag every fucking time, and it's not. And it's just it's frustrating to watch. Like, because they're afraid to throw the penalty, or they're just not watching. It's one or the other. Like, how can they be so bad at their job that it's not happening?
It's because it's probably rigged as fuck.
Yeah,
and I'm saying this is like somebody who roots for the Steelers. It's like it was. I mean, I was just sitting there like I was on a treadmill during that fourth quarter. I'm just sitting there like I literally yelled like to nobody because nobody's out there. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, how the fuck is that taunting?
Oh, that. We haven't even gotten to that.
Yeah, but like, I mean, it was just bullshit all around. I'm just sitting there like, oh, let me guess, this penalty's on the Bears, and it was usually on the Bears.
That is bullshit. So, what was his name? Chase?
Cassius Marsh. He was a Steeler last year. They cut him.
Conflated both names to Chase because he looks like a Chase a little bit. Oh, I got bad news. Damn it. I thought someone just super chatted $100 and I didn't get to tell y'all before because we started getting in the game. Uche's sick, y'all. He has a terrible headache. And then Third Degree Top Gun just wasted $100 because he said, don't read until Uche is here. The Spoiler Maker strike again, part 2. Electric Boogaloo now for the trifecta against Ohio State this week. Uche, lead us in a round to hail Purdue, boiler up. Damn it. You know what we're going to have to do? Because my man... Third Degree Top Gun.
We gotta play the entire Purdue song and get demonetized for it. You know that.
Let me we'll just say the lyrics. Hold on. Purdue song. Hail Purdue.
Song.
Here it is.
Hail Purdue.
Yep.
While we're doing that, Vulgar Night 297 for $4.99. We need a ref ball tier.
Oh yes, we do. We do.
Yep.
Well,
that's Tony Correnti, Steelers MVP. Tony Correnti.
All right, yeah, we got interrupted though. It says, "To your call, once more we rally. Alma mater, hear our praise. Where the Wabash spreads its valley, whoa, filled with joy, our voices raised from the swelling echoes. Come the cheers that tell the tale of your victories and heroes. Hail Purdue, we sing all hail, hail, hail to old Purdue." There we go. All right, got it.
There you go. Hey, that song demonetized itself.
That was the worst song we've ever done on this show. I can
you'd be surprised.
sing if that was the last thing on earth. All right, let's get into that. Okay, so let's take it back. Cassius Marsh. First of all, he makes a great play, then does a roundhouse kick in the air.
Yeah, like Ben held on to the ball for
Right.
too long. It was a coverage sack, so he just he broke through his block. Good sack, clean sack. Although I wouldn't be shocked if they called roughing the passer, because of the body weight.
So Tony Corrente there doesn't throw the flag when Marsh does the roundhouse, the kick.
Yeah,
and then he walks over to the sideline, like he takes 2 steps towards the sideline, looks at the sideline, looks at the punt team coming on, turns around, the ref hip checks him like Eddie Olczyk.
Well, the problem is he was going for it before that flag, and before the hip check.
Right.
So
he was ready. He was like, he was like a cop.
No, it's like, he was already doing it, and then he hits well, I'm surprised he didn't flop.
Yeah, he was like a
Like
cop.
NBA. It's like, no.
You ever get followed by a cop before because you're driving too slow or stupid or you ran a red light?
Oh,
that's what Corrente was. He was like, as soon as this motherfucker gets by me, I'm throwing that flag. And then he throws the flag for the league called it a gesture, and then he called it what?
He called it intentional.
Intentional. Like how you think what that is in that dude's mind? You telling me you're fucking on top of not being able to call a false start properly, you can read fucking Cassius Marsh's mind? Fuck you.
Yep. The call was the definition of taunting, with the player gesturing towards the sideline and the opponent. What's the fucking gesture? What's the gesture?
Right.
How is he gesturing?
Right.
This is the most retarded shit I have ever seen. Forgive my language. But it's just really? Come on.
Yeah, so I can be called a creep by actually that's a bad analogy.
And then everyone's just
everyone's
just people. The NFL's justifying this. It's like this cost a team a game.
Of course, the NFL is going to justify it. It's their fucking product. Roger Goodell was like, "This is what you're going to say, Corrente, after this fucking game."
Mike Tomlin back to the taunting call. He was one that taunted. It's of course you support the taunting call. It benefited your fucking team.
Yeah. If it
should have lost,
right?
And also, the league is not backing down on its strict taunting enforcement, even as the NFLPA renewed its call to lift the point of emphasis. That's what it was. Point of emphasis.
That's right.
The NFL does not give credence, source says, to Marsh's contention that referee Tony Corrente inappropriately initiated contact. Yeah, we have video that can show us that, but I guess
bullshit.
Okay. Well, we'll do the same thing next week.
Yeah, that game was terrible to watch. It was bullshit. Billy Carter. Oh,
Titans are going to the Super Bowl.
I keep hitting it.
Sorry,
we're doing the Super Bowl.
Yes,
all right, let's start we got the game out of the way. Sorry, guys, that Uche isn't here.
He would probably have a lot to say on that shit, but
that shit hit me on Sunday. I had a splitting headache, so I guess the splitting headache is going around. All right, we got.
I had a bit of a hangover at a wedding to go to on Saturday, so
nice.
It was a rough
Your
morning.
sister's wedding, right?
Yep, sister's wedding.
All right, so you're the last one, aren't you?
And the good thing is, I didn't have to. Yep, I'm the last man standing.
Yeah.
Fortunately or unfortunately, there you go. Not too late for me to break free.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine you with a child. That's
no, I'd be scared shitless if it were me with a child.
You got a little mini Yinzer. Let's go on the Super Bowl, Daddy, and then he just cries.
Yes, yes, son. Steelers are going to Super Bowl.
And then how about we do? I deleted it. Damn it. All right, Steelers going. All right, we have just regular trash. And then ref ball trash. Because the Giants have 3 wins. They're officially out of their own tier of trash. Holy shit. Right? They beat the Raiders.
The Raiders are in a whole deep level of shit.
Yeah.
That'd be a good video for me to make in the offseason.
Oh, the decline of the Raiders, huh?
No, just the collapse of the Raiders. This is 93 Oilers territory, especially with the shit about Damon Arnett.
Oh, yeah.
John Gruden's personal hand-picked players are flaming out as fast as he did out of the league. Yeah. It's him, Henry Ruggs, one of his personal picks. Next, it's Damon Arnett, who's threatening people with guns on fucking Instagram, crashing 4 rental cars, and also and getting accused of a hit and run in 2020. Character pick, am I right?
Yeah.
And then next week it's probably going to be Cleveland Farrell involved in an embezzling scheme or some shit like that.
Some shit like that. All right. So Random Guy says the Coachella Valley Firebirds, let's go. Finally getting a sports team in the Valley. Thanks, Seattle Kraken. Also, is Steelers gone to Super Bowl? And finally, the good news is Rust is back.
Yes, Steelers are getting Super Bowl.
Oh, I'm sure
we're absolutely going to Super Bowl.
Tucker White says Tennessee versus Kentucky was a game that drives defensive coaches to alcoholism, but it was a fun shootout to watch. Bring back the beer barrel. I think Kentucky won that game, right?
I think so.
College football has been kind of whack.
I mean, everything's been whack. Tennessee won, actually, 45-42.
Yeah. Oh, Tennessee won. A little good news out there down there in Knoxville. Ryan Irwin, the Raiders have been falling apart since Gruden got fired. Who knows what happens next? I don't know if it can get any worse than losing to the Giants. So
Cleveland Farrell involved with embezzlement, or let's put it this way, we'll find out that Derek Carr is linked with Joel Osteen, and there's a massive embezzlement.
No. The worst thing that'll happen to Derek Carr is a season-ending injury. That's that
already happened. That was 2016.
Yeah, but I mean, it could happen again. So you don't want. I don't wish that on anyone, but that's how the Raiders fall apart. Is if Marcus Mariota is taking snaps.
No, I mean, Mariota will be okay. Mariota's problem is that he never stayed healthy on its own.
Yeah.
So what's probably going to happen that
Black Fags Matter says smoking that good while watching the dumpster fire. I'm with you. I
wish.
All right. Spartan win. Lowest possible tier has to be the NFL officiating trash. We got your back.
Mm-hmm. Rough ball trash.
And says Tree future video idea, the greatest game race, the 2019 Bush Clash. An interesting strategy race in the first half, a laughable shit show last half. I think didn't Lundberg do that, or was it Darian that did that race?
I'm not sure.
Somebody's done that. Somebody's done it. Maybe Slappy even did it. And then Dixie Craft says Stiller football, a how-to guide. All right, let's start.
First off is inject the false hope. I mean, I'm about to be just straight up vaccinated with false hope, and I'll get like a vaccination card that just says Stiller football in all 4 lines.
You're immunized with Stiller hope.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so last Thursday, this seems like a year ago, the Colts beat the fuck out of the Jets. Colts are what?
It was a lot. Yeah, they're purgatory. The Colts always beat the shit out of really bad teams.
Yeah.
And what sucks more is that Mike White was injured in the first drive, and it was bad. And
so the only question is,
Mike White.
Are the Jets regular trash or ref ball trash?
I'd say ref ball trash. They're injured to hell.
Garbage. Fucking garbage.
I mean, hopefully Mike White comes back, and then the magic will be gone.
No, Mike White should skip the rest of the year and just go to free agency based off of that.
Oh, you mean like Matt Flynn, and then he gets signed, does nothing, and then Seahawks luck into their next franchise quarterback in the mid rounds.
Yeah,
sounds about right.
Yeah, sounds like. Well, maybe he goes to somebody like the Redskins or something, and then they draft. I don't want that to happen. I don't want.
Well, with Mike White, was he a former Carolina Panther? Because that's usually the requisite of getting on Ron Rivera's team.
Yeah, something like that. Giants and the Raiders. The Giants win their 3rd game of the year. The Raiders are in free fall.
Regular trash. Regular trash.
Who? The Giants? Yeah,
Giants.
They're finally
the Raiders self-destructed in the second half.
Yeah. Where do we put the Raiders though? Purgatory? Because they're not going to get better.
Oh yeah, they're purgatory.
They're not going to get better. They're down to purgatory. Another 50 bomb from Azores. Here, you read this one.
I think we need to find Tree a fine, respectable woman or man, not judging, to tie the knot with. No, you don't. Maybe a homely Ravens or Browns fan. No. Also, go Titans. For once, I think we may actually go to the Super Bowl.
Oh, the Titans. Oh, see, him and AP. He's riding the AP gravy train. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Well, Matt Stafford turned into Carson Wentz for like a quarter, and it was just like, dear God.
All right, Falcons and the Saints. The Falcons almost 28-3 this game.
They did, and then they came back.
Then they actually knuckled down. Maybe the post Dan Quinn era, they've actually make decent decisions, and they upset the Saints.
Here's my thinking: Younghoe Koo is choke-proof, and maybe the Braves did end the curse.
Could be. Let's see where they are in the standings now. They're at 500. The Saints are at 5-3. Are they a playoff team? Yeah, they're probably a playoff team.
Probably because of like how iffy the NFC
everyone
is.
Else is shitty. Yeah, holy shit.
Yeah.
All right, let's put them in the
the Saints are going to be a one and done, especially with no Jameis.
Falcons have
no Michael Thomas and no Will Lutz.
Yeah. No. The Falcons have pulled themselves out of the trash, and they're all the way up to purgatory. Wow.
I know.
I'm impressed. Crazy. What a good arch right there. All right,
redemption arc
at Bailey Leisure right there.
Bailey Leisure. I want to thank the Giants for giving the Cardinals back Marcus Golden for a bag of chips. Also, how about that James Conner guy for the Cardinals? Yeah. 49ers fucking suck. They made Colt McCoy look like he was Aaron Rodgers.
Trash. God.
I know. Very trash. But the Cardinals look good.
The Cardinals they look like a team. They suffered a setback because Aaron Rodgers did Aaron Rodgers things against them, but they're fine. I still think the road to the Super Bowl goes through Glendale.
Mm-hmm. Golden Hybrid 2 for 5. Unpopular opinion, while not as good as he used to be, Big Ben is definitely over Hayden and is still above average quarterback. Nah, I think he's the thing that's holding the offense back because they just zone in on the run and Ben can't throw like he used to. So you're either going to have the receivers do all the work or...
Do you see that fucking read option that he ran?
Oh, you mean the scramble? Oh, yeah. You have a first-round pick. You invest in a running back, and he's running for it. It's like he does not have the speed he had when he was younger. Like, dear God, that's Tom Brady slow.
You could tell the reason is like, oh, no one will expect this shit. No shit, because you're fucking slow as fuck. Like, they had time to react to you trying to lumber your fucking big ass to the line of scrimmage, and he didn't even get there. Like, if he had been if he had a lick of speed, he would have run through the fucking...
He'd have gotten the first down, and you could have burned the clock.
Right. He was so slow. He was like... You can see him just breathing hard as shit trying to get to the fucking...
It's like me trying to run. It's like, it's not good.
Fucking chicken wing falls out of his fucking pants. He's just trying to
Good question from Ryan Irwin, by the way. Where will OBJ go as a free agent? I hope it's the Packers. And I hope it goes live on Clickbait Sports.
Mm-hmm.
So we can laugh at Tom Grossi.
Yeah. All right, hold on.
Urban Alvarado for 10. Congrats to Kyle Larson. Dominant season and redemption after saying the N-bomb during an iRacing stream last year. Also, Daniel Henrik finally won a race and got an Xfinity championship to boot. Is everyone pissed at Kyle Larson, or is everyone just like Ben?
I think everyone's over it. I don't know. Like, I mean, it was a thing that happened, and now he's a champion. Like,
he's a great driver.
Yeah, it's. And it's not like he's half Asian, which doesn't make what he did okay, but I'm saying he's also a minority too. So it's I don't know. I think it's a bunch of mixed feelings. I wish that he had never done that, because I'd be celebrating the shit out of him like hard. I'd be like, oh man, Asian, and you won a NASCAR championship, like fuck yeah. But it's going to take time for everyone to get over that. But he is an extremely talented driver, and he deserved that champion. Like, who wins the playoff race to cap the season? Like, usually some guy they finish fourth or something,
Yeah, usually it's like it's a fluke move and like the best driver doesn't win.
Yeah, and he absolutely he wired to wire that shit. Like, he was just off the charts, man. He was good. And he's a great driver. That's all I have to say.
Let's go. Jacob Tobin, Vikes fan. Mike Zimmer needs to go. Love the man, but he's maxed out, and our team has too much talent to be this bad. Dude, it's all like, this is such a Viking season. It's not even funny. Yeah, I mean, the Vikings should be 6-2 or 7-1. Like, it's that bad.
Yeah.
They blew it against Baltimore. They blew it against Arizona. They blew it against Cincy. They blew it against Cleveland.
You blew it.
And then I think Yeah. And then Dallas, they absolutely blew it.
Speaking of blew it, Chris blew it.
He's cut for Joey Sly, the Carolina
Joey Sly. They bring in the Sly dog.
Good old Joey most Sly. Inaccurate leg in football.
Yeah,
but
big leg,
power.
Big leg can't hit shit.
It's a howitzer. It's no accuracy, but it has a lot of power.
It's a league that's built on accuracy, not distance. Distance means jack fuck all to a coach. It's like, oh, you booted a 70-yarder into the stands. Fuck you. Like, I don't care. You need to hit a 40-yarder when we get down there to 40 yards. I need you to hit that every time. And that's why I think Chris Blewett is getting a raw deal. But some other teams are trying out kickers too. So
yeah, I think like a lot of kickers are just like having trouble right now.
Yep. All right, Bills, Jaguars. Here's a shocking. Okay, so Uche's
Bills' offense is so inconsistent this year. Like Josh Allen's regressed back to what he was before last season.
It's scary.
They're having execution issues. There's no chemistry between Allen and Diggs. The defense can only hold on for so long. We saw it against Pittsburgh in week 1. We saw it in Miami in the first half of last week. This week, Jacksonville, you got nothing. And Jacksonville's not even a good unit.
No.
Like Josh Allen is a dominant defender. But it's like Urban Meyer just lucked into another win.
How do you only score 6 points? This is a team in the Jaguars.
You score 6 points because Josh Allen is inconsistent. He's regressed big time. And you also get it because the sync is off. Your offensive line's having trouble, getting that sort of affiliation. John Feliciano came back from IR, and he has not been the same. You have, no real connection going on. I think
this is a team that gave up 37 points to the Texans, 31 points to Geno fucking Smith and the Seahawks.
Yes.
And they're not they're trash, but they're not Jets level trash. But they how do you only score 6 points against them? That's great. You held them to 9. You should have won. I love the score, by the way. 6-9. Am I right?
Very nice.
But that was very disappointing for the Bills, and I think that cost Vegas a lot of money. So, Bills
and that's why they made it up with Chicago. That's why they made it up.
Bills, you've been dropped down to division. You don't deserve.
Actually, if you want to think about it, I think it gained Vegas a lot of money.
Yeah,
because a lot of people probably.
No, that's what I said. Vegas gained money. Like it was probably 70-30 on the Bills to kick their ass, and then the Jaguars go and cover that spread. The house wins in that scenario when you have a lopsided bet. Hell yeah. Where do we put the Jaguars? Are they just regular trash?
They're still trash. They're still trash. They're still
not ref ball trash. They're not the worst team.
Buffalo's not that good.
All right.
In comparison to what it was.
Buffalo. I mean,
they've been exposed the last couple of weeks.
Wow, wait a minute. Buffalo has been up in the Super Bowl tier 2 to 3 times this week, and you're saying that the Jaguars beating them still makes them regular ref ball trash, like bottom tier.
Any given Sunday, man. Any given Sunday.
Oh, okay.
I still see people getting crushed. If you want to put them in regular trash, that's fine.
They've actually hung in on a couple games. All right, fair enough. Reed, where was the last one? Bailey Leisure.
We are on. We're on Bailey Leisure. Yeah.
Go ahead and read.
Had me skip up again. Give me 1 second here. I hate when it does this. Saw Slipknot last Tuesday in Phoenix. Good concert, even with people lighting bonfires in the crowd. Song of the night, Spit It Out by Slipknot. Not bad. I mean, it was better than Astroworld, right?
Oh God, I don't want to even think about that. That's like my biggest nightmare.
That's a disaster. I mean, that was just incompetence all around.
When I was 10, I watched the documentary or I heard the news break about the Hillsborough crush. And so anytime there's a situation where there's a crowd, I'm like, I'm fucking out of here. Like, I don't fucking fuck with.
I mean, you're completely powerless. You're just a.
No, I'll leave. I'm like, nah, I'm not getting.
You're just a victim to the wave, and you just hear stories about people getting crushed. Scary. It's like people that are teenagers are in that crowd. I'm like, why would you bring a 9-year-old to that kind of concert?
Yeah. It's just it's a tragedy.
Like you see like people getting
right.
CPR and like having recover, and it's just like Trevor Scott's still playing. It's like people are getting sued and people are going to lose a lot of money.
They had no idea.
Like this is Woodstock 99 levels of bad.
Yeah, it was bad. All right, let's bring Hiei in. What's up, America? Great game last night that you had there. So
I'll withhold comment on that until we hit the right period.
We'll get
of the
to
show.
Excellent. Thank you for being respectful of the flow of the show. Keep reading, Tree.
Yes, sir. Bailey said there was no one hurt in that.
Yes,
Slipknot
nobody got
well,
hurt.
So
excellent.
Oh yeah.
Charlie Hines, a music YouTuber by the name of Todd in the Shadows, posted a review of a song a few days ago. The song he reviewed was the song from the Applebee's commercial that Tree lampooned on Clickbait Sports. That's Fancy Like. He probably ripped it to shreds.
On a date night, and
that's a terrible song.
How we
Red Rhino 88.
It makes every
bad.
time I saw that commercial. Thank God it's been taken out of the rotation for now, at least. But every time I saw that commercial, I could feel the IQ points just reducing in my head.
Most modern commercials, music in general, like it's gonna like lower IQ points. It's all stupid shit.
You know what?
I feel like the NFL is lowering my IQ point.
Head on, apply directly to the forehead. Head on, apply directly to the forehead. Head on, apply directly to the forehead. Head on, apply directly to the forehead.
Well, the worst thing is like when you find a song and you like it and it's cool to you, and then you hear it in a commercial, you're like, "Fuck, that song is ruined now." Like I can't. Now they took my song that I've been listening to at the gym and they turned it into commercial. And now, just like the kid that brags about finding that band before it was cool, it is no longer cool.
Yeah, no longer cool.
I was listening to Chelsea Dagger when I was driving between Arkansas and Illinois when I was in high school, or right after high school.
Now it's ruined.
And now the Blackhawks took it. And now it's ruined. So
I don't know if anyone's listening to Slapshot. What's the Penguins goal song?
Oh, Party Hard by Andrew WK.
Oh, Andrew WK.
I remember that from Madden 2003.
Wow.
No shit,
He's a stand-up comedian now, Andrew WK.
He still does musical performances here and there.
Yeah. All right. Read at Red Rhino.
Yep, Red Rhino 49. This has been the best week of sports for me. The Titans won against the Rams. Nashville SC made the playoffs. Max won the Mexican GP. And finally, the Braves won it all. Now I pray Freddie stays. I mean, I think they have no choice but to extend Freddie at this point.
They've got to give him all the money, not just
it's one of those loyalty things. I mean, you pay the championship tax, or else, unless the A's are looking to dismantle their team, which I might do as a video because I think the A's ownership's trying to sandbag for a move. But Matt Olson might be available.
Oh,
now granted, the county did vote through the allowance of Howard Terminal to be used as a future.
But with certain changes, which that ownership's not going to agree to.
The only changes that Alameda County has really been stuck by are the ones where Alameda County, the only hook
affordable
that
housing.
the city and county is on. They want to shove affordable housing into it, and I think that's wrong.
That's not going to work. That's not going to work. They're trying to force their own agendas.
They're trying to offset their money and say we build affordable housing as part of this project, in addition to widening all the lanes along Jack London Square to 10 lanes wide.
It's Me Too-ism. That's everyone wants their pork fat.
But the problem is, it's not even that. It's like if you look at what the A's have been doing, they cut their season ticket packages, they've raised ticket prices exponentially. They've really, in terms of destroyed the fan experience. They've cut a lot of their marketing team.
There wasn't a lot of
their team president's been in Vegas for Golden Knights games, and then you also have they're cutting their payroll to $50 million.
Look, if I'm the A's,
at 80.
If I'm the A's, I'm getting the fuck out of Oakland. I don't give a
They probably are. I mean, they're gearing up for a move.
Right.
That's what I think they're doing. They're trying to create fan apathy so nobody gives a shit.
If the A's are planning to move to Vegas, is Clark County, Nevada prepared to take that one in the ass right next to Mark Davis in the ass right next to the new arena for the Golden Knights?
I mean, either that or Portland. Those are the two.
Yeah, because Clark County already put down $2 billion worth of tax revenue, future tax revenue, towards towards
But
the.
think about
Raiders
then
home.
if the
and the big
Raiders
room
are a
one.
success and they're just like, all right, let's do it again. Fuck it, you know.
Yeah, I mean
Do it
they'll
again.
they'll punt it down the road. They already get their money in taxes, and it looks like the Packers have been fined $300,000 for violating COVID protocols, and they're
They're-
dropping the bucket.
Cl-
I think Cassius Marsh will
That's
probably
gonna
be
the
fined
only
more.
thing.
Clark County's not stupid. They know that having the Raiders in town is driving their tourism dollars, and that
In a
whole
way.
county
In a way,
relies
it's
on
like 8 or 9
tourism.
home
Like,
games a year. Let's be
Yeah.
real.
Still.
Plus, also, Vegas gets tourism in general from the casinos.
right. But then you
And
have
the
the
other-
nights on the other. Yeah, but I'm just saying now there's a reason to go to Vegas again.
But
Atlantic
now Clark
City
County
is
has
fucking
to
dying.
measure that against the expected income from tourists, because with the advent of online sports booking and more, sports booking over mobile is getting to be legal in more and more states. Is that going to continue the appeal of Vegas being the convention center
can't
capital
top
of the U.S.?
the experience of Vegas, right? You can't.
And it's an
top-
experience.
right.
But how many people are going to come for that experience in a given
You'd be
8 or 9 month
surprised.
game
Dude,
schedule?
I
How
can
many
bet
people
in
are
my
going to come
state-
for it during the baseball season with 81 home
I'd
games?
love to watch baseball in Vegas. Then I'll have a reason to come back in the spring now. Oh, honey, there's baseball now in Vegas. I'll catch a game, I'll lose some money at the tables. And then,
And then I'll watch baseball, and they'll probably have the A's be good because they have the money.
The real question for 5 points is, does your bank have a branch in Las Vegas?
yeah, for sure.
That was probably
no,
something
the
National
worst,
Bank
no, the
Chase.
worst thing about Vegas, I know I'm getting off track here. The worst thing about Vegas is if you use the fucking ATM in the casino, the fucking charge to use the fucking casino is like $10 to take out $400. So what we would do was we would walk our happy asses down to the CVS, which was half a block away, and fucking take out the max. I think it was like only $200.
You can get like $200 or $400 out of the
fucking getting
rando.
killed at the table. We
ATM.
walked shamefully down to that CVS like 8 times because it was $3 to take it out there versus $20 at the fucking casino.
You got to play that 4D chess like old Barrica does here.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to have a bank that has a bank branch in Las Vegas. You can go get your damn money whenever the hell you
There
want.
you go. That's why that's the only reason you have a Bank of America account is to get the money out free.
I got a better bank that at least doesn't make me feel guilty about being banked
Bank
with
of
them.
America's trash. All right.
U.S. Bank, tell them America sent you.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry,
Bank of
I'm
America
getting mad
always
at
sings
Vegas.
everybody.
Where are you? Where are we on the?
I'm trying to find it here.
I think it's Matthew.
We are on Matthew Anthony, a dumpster fire on my birthday. Hell yeah. Also, thank you, Steelers, for the heart attacks. No,
you don't have to thank
refs
Happy
for bailing
birthday.
us out.
Yep.
And happy birthday, brother.
Refs. All right, back to the games. Browns and the Bengals. Browns with a get-right game against the Bengals.
OBJ, man. No OBJ.
Yep.
No drama. They had to beat the shit out of a team, and it was their cross-state rival.
Definition of cutting out the cancer right there.
Mhm.
That is OBJ. Bengals are what? Purgatory now?
They're purgatory now. I mean, they're close. They're a fringe wild card. Very close. Browns are also fringe wild card, but I mean, the Bengals have shown a lot of flaws in the last 2 weeks.
The thing is,
One of the
these
two Ohio
fucking
teams has to figure it the fuck out.
But one of these two
Yeah.
teams is making the playoffs.
I would bet on Cleveland making the playoffs before the Bengals.
Yeah, okay. Let's put them up.
Yeah, right now.
All right.
I mean, momentum.
Congrats.
I feel like Cleveland has more talent.
I don't know if KTO is going to talk to Flemlo this week. That was or Flemlo is going to talk to KTO. They got their asses kicked. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Browns are in the wild card. What type of upside down world are we living in? Mm-hmm. Patriots and the Panthers. Sam Darnold.
Panthers got their shit wrecked, and Sam
Fucking
Darnold is
trash.
actually out for a couple weeks. So they're gonna have to rely on Houston Roughnecks legend PJ Walker or Matt Barkley.
What the fuck, dude? Well, they're gonna find out how much better Sam Darnold is than those guys. But Darnold,
Don't diss PJ Walker, dude. PJ Walker was a fucking stud in the XFL. I will not hear that slander.
I think Walker is actually their second on the depth chart, and Barkley is third.
Yeah, that's I think. I think
Well,
PJ
actually,
Walker's going to be your starter.
Yeah, I'm up there. Sam Darnold has had 2 opportunities to show himself as an NFL starting franchise QB, and he is not looking good in his second act.
I don't
Yeah,
see
he's his time's running out.
His Adam Gase excuse is flying out the window.
He'll have to go to the next team Nagy goes to after Nagy gets fired this year.
Okay. And he becomes an offensive coordinator for the Vikings or some shit.
Yeah.
Where are you putting the Patriots?
They're wild card.
Oh my God.
They're in that situation
What
again.
world are we
They're
living
sneaking
in?
back up there.
Or
They're
McCorkle?
only a half game back.
Buffalo.
To Buffalo.
This is a similar situation in the NFC South. This is Buffalo's division to lose. And by God, after that performance against the Jags, they sure look like they're on their way to doing it.
I see them getting up to play the Patriots. Like I see them being fine, but that performance against the Jaguars was a trash-worthy performance.
Yeah.
And
New England has had really strong defense again. So you have to consider
New
that.
England is
Everything's
performing in
starting to
each game they've played.
Yeah. Darian
And
wants OBJ
Jones
on
is-
the Rams. By the
And
way.
Jones is just going to get better with each start as he gets more comfortable.
Yeah.
And
He's
with-
got-
also
Jones
with-
is the best quarterback of the rookie class right now. He's the best
and with-
scheme fit. He's the most efficient, and he seems like he's the most polished
Plus,
right now.
yeah,
I don't know if he has
with
the best
Big Bill
outside,
pulling the show
but
up in
he's
New
the
England.
most he's the best right now.
Plus, he
Yeah.
knows how to deal with the defense by injuring them.
What Buffalo is not doing this year is like what they did last year. They aren't doing this year. They are not crushing the games they should be.
Mm-hmm.
That game against Jacksonville should have been 52-6
Yeah.
or 52-9 or whatever.
As I said,
Trubisky should have
offensive
been in there for the
inconsistency.
second half.
Should have been 60-9.
Josh
people in
Allen has
Maryland want to
regressed.
have,
He's
Brian
back to
Dable.
what he was in his first 2 years.
Yeah, and they
Like when I was
and
shitting on
people
him
in
for being a
Maryland
glorified
want
running back.
Brian
This is
Dable
what he's
to be our
back to.
next head coach. I don't see it.
No,
I
don't
don't
worry.
believe
Somebody will hire Brian Dable. Somebody will.
Oh, for sure. Someone will reach. Minnesota will probably reach.
Reach.
Minnesota or maybe Cincinnati. Maybe
I
Houston.
don't know. I think Zach, what's his name in Cincinnati, has bought himself probably. In
Zach
that.
Taylor.
Taylor.
I don't know. If they collapse again, he might be out.
Now, if they end up 5-12, then he's out. But if they keep going and they end up at like 9-7 and barely miss, that's different. I feel
Oh
like
yeah,
they're
but
going
I
to hold
mean,
on
you
to
at
it.
least have hope in
Because
that
remember,
situation. I
Mike
could see
Brown
them
is a
buying.
cheap ass.
He is a cheap
True.
ass. Sean
True.
Pinkerton, more BS call, Marsh taunting, or the check swing that ended Game 5 of the LA Dodgers.
It's the Marsh. Marsh.
Marsh for sure, because check swing, there's some level like of expectation, like it could happen,
Yeah.
right?
Mm.
Like the
Like,
March
like
one
the
is
dot-
like
like-
completely the ref making it about him.
The Giants were at least down. The taunting impacted the game.
Yeah,
Also, we
like-
got a hundo.
Yeah, the referee hip checking the Bears players he tried to run by him. That was unacceptable.
He pulled a Chris Pronger.
Yeah, and then he threw the flag after it.
What
Yeah,
game was
like
on
he-
November 8th, 2021?
The Monday Night Football game.
Yesterday. Yeah.
Oh. What
Bears
year was that?
Steelers.
2021? I don't even remember that shit. I'm still trying to process 2020.
Well, 2020 is
We're going to need you to submit to a drug test with that kind of answer, buddy.
Yeah, this is 2020 plus one or
I was trying to go
2015
back-
plus six.
I was trying to go back in my head a year. I was like, what was that? The Giants versus the Redskins on week 8 last year? Oh shit. I don't
Giants
remember
Eagles
that.
week 7.
I'm going to
Damn.
need you to piss into this cup and do not alterate your cup. We will
No one's testing for anything. Okay. Yeah.
I'm
federal
also going to
government
rip.
doesn't even
I'm going to
test.
rip some hairs out of your armpit to make sure
Could
that
you-
you don't have any drugs in. Yeah.
Could you imagine if they tested for weed at your company? That'd fire fucking everybody.
Dude, if they tested for drugs at any like major corporation
Amazon. Right.
amongst the upper management, oh yeah, you'd be replacing
yeah.
half of
If-
them at least.
Yeah, if they tested for weed at Amazon, none of y'all get your fucking packages. None of y'all would get that shit. The
I
fucking,
don't care if you smoke a little weed, just
Yeah.
make sure you put it around the corner of the front porch so no one
Yeah.
else can see it.
That's right.
Or do it after your shift and no one gives a fuck.
Joseph Grimaldi just send Buffalo to hell. Hashtag die Bills die. Also, do you think the Braves become the next KC Royals? Like the Nats, where they fall off a cliff? Possible if Freddie Freeman walks. Very
Maybe. I mean, I think they still have talent, though. I mean, they have Acuna coming back. They might have Mike Soroka coming back.
What a
They'll
World
spend
Series
money, so
without-
they'll be okay.
Freeman's gonna test the market, I feel. Because now
Oh.
that he's got his ring,
Or the Braves are smart enough to give him more than market value. Like if
But
they
that's
say-
a risk, though. He is 31.
it is a risk. He's aging.
Whatever.
And first
Besides
basemen
that,
do
if
not
they-
age gracefully, especially in the field.
Yeah. Yeah.
No shit.
But
And
what?
if they wanted to buy a talent, if Freeman goes out and he gets thrown a wad of money from someone like New York, and New York doesn't re-sign fucking shit ex-Cubby.
Gallo? Talk about
No.
the Yankees?
Yeah.
Joey Gallo or Ronald or
Rizzo.
Yeah, if the Yankees don't re-sign Rizzo and Freeman walks off to somewhere where they hand him a wad of money, Rizzo might be available, and I would easily grade him as much Freddie Freeman as anybody else.
True, but he's not Freddie Freeman.
Do you really
Atlanta.
see the Yankees ponying up that money for Freddie Freeman, though? I feel like they're going to be more likely to go for a shortstop.
Yeah, you know what, though? There's no
But it's the
loyalty.
Yankees. They'll throw money at anybody.
You're right. There's no loyalty in this business. Rizzo left for fucking L.A. after winning a World Series in the Nats, and he just got paid.
Well, that's because Artie Moreno threw shitloads of money at him, and the Nationals were only offering deferred money.
Yeah, I meant Rendon, not Rizzo. Sorry, my bad.
It's all right.
You knew what I meant. Jared Mejias, refs are Lau Cows of the Week, correct. Golden Hybrid, personal foul, unnecessary shit-eatism. NFL refs. Jacobs 893. Can you put the Vikings in trash? #fire Zimmer. It's coming.
Wasted talent.
There was a shift there when I was about to read Daniel Shell. What just happened?
I hate when they do that. I wish there was a way to just scroll. I'll do it. Daniel Shell. Think when Kyrie saw QAnon Rodgers, Kyrie was like, he stole my flow word for word, bar for bar. Can I get a Steelers Gate Super Bowl?
Rodgers was like, yo, check out my eyes. I'm straight immunized. I'm on that horse dewormer. I can't.
Hey, at least his intestines are going to be clean. Worst comes to worst if it does not work for COVID.
And then he shows up to Pat McAfee today wearing a Rise of Skywalker hoodie.
Yes.
Wow.
And then
that alone should be worthy of scorn. Not the new Star Wars. Nobody likes that shit.
See, here's the thing with Rodgers, and I said this as soon as this broke. In 2 weeks, when he's back slinging the fucking ball around like it's not even a thing, like it's a missile attached to his arm, no one's going to fucking give a fuck about what he said or what happened.
But we all know he's a tool.
Joe Buck will be like, well, some controversial statements out of Aaron Rodgers, but wow.
They'll hand wave that shit away.
70 yards in the fucking air. What a throw by Rodgers. And everyone will
winning cures everything.
Right. And
I guarantee your ass that if Brett Favre would have sent those dick pics in the middle of his playing career, nobody would have cared 3 days later as soon as he threw the ball again.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he did. I mean, they found out right when he was at the Jets, and then did he still go on to the Vikings, or did that break after he
went on to the Vikings?
Yeah. And he won 12 games, and it was a stupid.
And then they went to
the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they were a Brett Favre decision away from the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
you live by the Favre, you die by the Favre.
Mike, you read Michael Kenji.
Mm-hmm. Also, an update on the fines. Aaron Rodgers and Alan Lazard were fined $14,650. It was for the Halloween party that Aaron Rodgers had.
You knew it was coming.
It is the protocol.
Yeah, that's absolutely. That's really going to teach him a lesson.
Yeah,
I know. Sure. You're donating to the NFL pension fund, which is probably going to be smuggled into an NFL owner's pocket for blow. We all know where this is going. Michael Kenji Izumi is a salty Rams fan. Their performance against the Titans Sunday lets me putting them in the trash bucket. At least them Cowboys lose.
Nah, the Rams are still good.
Yeah, the Rams are still. I mean, they just played a good opponent, and Matthew Stafford turned into Carson Wentz for a quarter. That's pretty much what it was. Isaac Foote, when will people admit that the Metro is far and away the best division in the entire NHL? Year after year, the top 5 can stand up to any of the other top 3. None of the teams are under 500.
The Penguins
are dead last.
Fucking dead last at 4-3-3 or something like that. And the Rangers are playing good fucking hockey. I'm starting to get a little nervous. I'm like, I think this team might actually be good. Keandre Miller is a fucking stud. And so is Adam Fox. Holy shit.
That's why you paid Adam Fox. And that's why he's worth every penny of that.
No, they just got lucky that he grew up a Rangers fan because fucking
he'd be a Flame.
They lucked into him wanting out. And they got him for pennies from the Flames. They got the Norris Trophy
Well,
winner.
actually, what happened was
And,
I think he got traded from the Hurricanes. He was part of a trade from the Flames to the Hurricanes.
Yes.
Yeah,
And then the Rangers started hearing that he might become available, and he kind of made it clear that he wanted to play for the Rangers. So the Flames was like, well, just give us whatever for Adam Fox. And the Rangers kind of laughed. He's like, that's Adam Fox, right? Like, and then he's like so clean as a defender. It's if you're not a Rangers fan, you should like watching Adam Fox play. Like he's a beaut for sure. Go ahead.
Mestikov has 2. It's 2-0 Detroit.
Oh, the Wings are.
They got
good
traded
too.
for 2 conditional second-round picks to the Carolina Hurricanes: Matt Shulgard and Noel Gunler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in that game that New York went and played against Calgary, woof.
Oh, Calgary's kicking the shit out of the Rangers twice. Like they're the sole responsibility why we have negative goal differential, because they've outscored us 11-1 in 2 games.
Yeah.
Fucking Calgary was a nightmare matchup. If I don't want to see them again. Thank God. Jared Froman, there's a supernova in Las Vegas, and it's the Raiders. They're undergoing a nuclear meltdown. Also, Stellar's gone to Super Bowl.
Oh, Stellars always get Super Bowl. You know that. Stellars get the Super Bowl. Joshua Ackland, how about them Cowboys?
We're just about to get to that game. Oh, Thursday.
Dude, that was fantastic.
To be
dude.
So good.
Dude, I can't wait. I can't wait for Scooter Magruder.
Florida.
All the excuses that are going to come out of that man's head. One more loss and his prediction does not come true.
You're telling me they've got to keep their sheet clean for the rest of the year. They have to win 10.
You beat the Vikings. You go well, and then you lay a massive egg against the
bring
Broncos.
back Cooper Rush. Oh, let's not waste these. Let's not waste these for Thursday. Oh, it's gonna be so good, Scooter.
Oh, baby. Oh, dude, it's gonna be so fun.
Giants won too, so he can't be like, "Hey, your team is trash." Well, we're on the up and up. We're a team that has a 1-game winning streak.
Oh, he can dunk on Grossi because of Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
7 points.
Everybody, that's going to be a fan-favorite pastime the rest of the season.
Yes, sir.
I believe the next game that Green Bay has on the road is in Minnesota. So if you are a Vikings fan and you are going to be at US Bank Stadium, I expect the kind of chance that would get you muted on live television. And you'd better not fail me, Minnesota.
Yeah. Some let's go Brandon type stuff, right? That guy you don't know. Rams get smacked in the face and play the 49ers next week on Monday night. Haven't beaten them since week 17 of 2018. Please beat the Rams. Ooh, a little hate for the Rams. And Alex Moreno. Jerry Mejias, Eagles will draft Matt Corral. Yeah, well, Jalen Hurts is not your guy.
Jalen Hurts he's a backup. He doesn't have arm strength, but he plays hard.
Speaking of Scooter, Broncos 30, Cowboys 16, and it wasn't even that close. The Broncos jumped out to a 27-point lead, 24-point lead. The Cowboys didn't score until late fourth quarter.
Garbage. Dak Prescott looked rough.
It was 30-0 at one point.
This was where everyone knew something was up with the NFL. Like the refs were in on some shit when the Broncos were beating the fuck out of Cowboys, and everyone's like, "Uh-oh, something's wrong with the NFL."
Speaking of which, we just got a fitty.
Another fitty bomb.
Damn, son. Go Broncos. Honestly, I thought we were going to lose to the Cowboys, but no, we still got the W. Also, screw the mods and NFL memes for taking down the memes making fun of Aaron Rodgers. COVID situation. Sports ball is going to be good. Love you guys.
Yeah,
you don't have to be Aaron Rodgers got political.
I don't follow NFL memes because the same people that
neither do I. All they do is take other people's shit.
Yeah, they steal people's. It's the same people that don't run TPS.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's shit out of our subreddit before.
Same content fucking thieves that aren't good for the industry. I don't care.
And
it doesn't matter because they're making money.
I get a lot of the Aaron Rodgers memes are definitely teetotaling that line into political discourse, which is generally frowned upon in sports subreddits and Twitters. However, he kind of invited this on himself.
No shit.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing he had to say in that interview was,
"No,
I'm allergic to the ingredients in the vaccine, and I
Yep,
wanted
that's
to
all I have to
protect
say.
my teammates.
That's it.
End quote.
Yeah.
But then he goes on for another 47 minutes of just
about like stupid shit.
I swear to God, he took the entire bingo card of anti-vax phrases and just filled the fucking card.
Do your own research. Did he say do your own
research?
Oh,
Joe
well,
Rogan,
I mean, that's
ivermectin. Just
Dr. Martin Luther King.
every single goddamn thing he could come up with from the bingo
own.
card of anti-vax nutters. He just let it all fly in 47 minutes.
Once again, if you're expecting sound knowledge from Aaron Rodgers, you're an idiot. That's all I'm going to say.
If anything,
look at his girlfriend. And the problem is, if you want athletes to get political, this is the stuff that's going to come out sometimes because you get a bunch of people that don't know what the fuck they're talking about, like Aaron Rodgers.
Here's the thing. I might be a sheep, but if everyone's doing something and it hasn't killed anyone, I'll probably just fucking do it. That's why I'm just like, all right, I'd rather take the chance of that. For me personally, I was right. Like I was hesitant, right, to take the shot, but at the same time, I was like, well, what if I don't take it? Like it's, you know what I mean? Like it was a 50-50 thing, and I was like, it's probably just better to do it, and I did it. So I'm not trying to virtue signal or anything. It's just everyone has different, but at the same time, I can totally empathize with someone who does not want to take the vaccine, does not want to get jabbed.
Well, be careful. I mean, that'll get you hate points on Twitter. You got to be careful with that.
But
I'll tell you what.
I mean, free will. What the hell is that?
It's
right?
Darwinism.
Yeah.
If you want a better chance at survival, this is one of those kind of survival kind of situations. And don't say it isn't, because, we're up to what, 750,000 or something close to that?
Something like that.
And hospitals are full, so that even people with like broken arms have to wait hours to be seen because COVID is filling up hospitals.
Yeah, I think a lot of it also has to do with a backlog from last year, right?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not trying to guess.
Or those ERs. I'm not sure.
But
I'm talking about ERs and ICUs.
We're so numb to the risk. It's just like not wearing seatbelts in cars or something, like, or just like we just feel like it's acceptable behavior to go out into the world, so we just do it and we don't give a fuck.
But it's like
I feel people are tired of it. It's just a fatigue.
It's a fatigue issue, but I think the people who are doing these anti-vax and anti-mask protests are the people who just want to keep the drama going for the sake of keeping it going.
Yeah. All right, Vikings.
Also, Yu Yang says hello.
Hello, Yu
hello, Yu Yang.
Ravens,
better topic.
Vikings.
Your cat.
Ravens, Vikings.
Vikings fucking suck.
Track. The Vikings.
Dude,
I don't know
I'm about to just throw the Vikings in trash. They're
regular trash.
They're atrocious. Like that team should be 6-2, 7-1. That's not even a hot take.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
It's just embarrassing. Like that team has too much talent to be sub 500. Zimmer should be gone. He should have been gone last year.
They're paying a lot of money for a guy who is not the guy.
Yeah,
he's past his expiration date.
Yeah,
he's a good coach. It's just like he needs to go. What happens?
Fucking Cousins, dude. They're giving
Cousins is not the guy to push him over that.
Yeah, they're giving him what? How many millions a year to be?
Here's the thing. Here's my argument. Cousins isn't the main problem. The problem is that they have a bad game scheme. It's that they don't utilize him properly most of the time, even though he has his limits. The problem is Zimmer. It's not Cousins.
I don't know, man. I see Cousins make some bad fucking throws, dude.
Yeah,
Cousins I don't care.
Decision making is bad.
Yeah, I don't care if I've never seen a scheme make a terrible fucking throw. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Cousins.
And then the defense from Minnesota just collapses at the most inopportune moment.
Yeah.
Remember,
Harrison
Aaron Rodgers
Smith has fallen off, and he's out for a bit with COVID.
Aaron Rodgers won a fucking Super Bowl with Mike McCarthy as his coach. What is I'm just saying. You don't need to be a great coach. You need to have the arm to make the throws. And Kirk Cousins doesn't always do that.
Green Bay also had a really strong defense that year.
They did.
The one year they had a good enough defense.
They got hot at the right time.
Yep. Oh, here's a good question from Jacobs893. Speaking of Aaron Rodgers, will Tom ever admit Green Bay is nothing without Aaron Rodgers, or will they be in denial till Love starts playing?
Dude, Tom is a realist, but when it comes to Aaron, that's just cue the.
Well, I think part of him wants to believe that the Packers will be fine without Aaron Rodgers. And unfortunately, we learned in 2017 they're nothing without him.
We learned Jordan Love. What has he been doing for the last 3 years? What the fuck has Jordan Love been doing?
He was okay. He was okay. He wasn't great.
I'm just saying,
like
Daniel
he's not
Jones
going to be a world beater.
He's not Aaron Rodgers.
He's a slight better than the Deshaun Kaiser era in Green Bay.
Daniel Jones, is the worst fucking offensive line in the league, put up 20 against the Chiefs.
Well, it's also because
on a Monday night too. All right, and it should have been more. Texans, Dolphins.
Tank bowl of this fucking century, dude. 9 turnovers combined. It was brilliant. Tank. Both of them are ref ball trash. Both of them trash.
Yeah, you're right.
It was a ref ball tank, but it was so good you could say it was the greatest tank.
One of them.
Yes. Oh, that's the tank. That was like the first round of the tank offs, right?
The real loser in this game is Philadelphia because they lose value in their first round pick from Miami.
Yeah. They wanted the Texans to win. They were like, "Go Texans!" Speaking of that, go ahead.
No, you're good. Go ahead, man.
It was the greatest tank. The Chargers beat the Eagles by 3 points.
Mm-hmm. Eagles played a good game.
Yeah,
they played a good game, but at the same time, Chargers needed that one. If you look how tight the AFC West is right now.
West, yeah.
Yeah, are the Chargers going to win that division or not?
Maybe. I have them as division right now.
Okay, let's put them at division.
Like, what do we at this point, who the hell's coming for them?
Eagles are trash.
Yeah. They're trash. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, they're tied with the Raiders right now. They're only a half game ahead of the Broncos and Chiefs.
Oh my God! Yeah.
So one skid could put them back in the muck.
In the muck. All right.
AFC West.
Supers.
Yeah, buddy. Let's go. Sean Pinkerton, looking at the NFC picture, the 7 seed looks like it's going to be a sus at best squad. Right now it's Atlanta, enough said, and that's also an argument why the NFL does not need 7 teams in the playoffs.
Yeah, I know. You get the Bears backing it. Like the Bears would much rather have missed the playoffs last year.
They'd rather miss the playoffs, and they could have had real change like firing Nagy and Pace.
Yeah. Right.
Do I think that if they would have not backed into the playoffs, that they wouldn't? They would have fired Nagy anyway. Like the losses last year were not. They weren't total collapse and implosions like the last of the Trestman era.
Yeah.
Would they have fired Nagy last year? Maybe.
They should have.
They should have.
They really should have.
But then again, we don't personally know if Nagy, because I believe Nagy has this year and next year on his contract, or is it just this year? I can't remember.
Dude, years don't matter.
But the McCaskies are going to pay a coach to not coach.
They're run by accountants.
Yeah, I'm just saying. All right, Sean Pinkerton, looking at the. Oh no, you just read that. Tevin Sherrill has sent us $10. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, sir.
That'll go in a stripper's ass. Mahmoud Faroud. Falcons don't have a pass rush, a true receiver, or a true running back, and yet they beat the Aints in Nolans. Yeah.
By the way, captain, my captain, Dylan Larkin takes one away from the goaltender, deposits it in the empty net. It is 3-0 Detroit.
Ooh, a little. Oh, so he took it away from him from behind the net.
Well, the goalie was going around back to play it, and he was trying to do the shoot it into the board and bounce it the other side. It rolled off the edge of his stick, went right backwards through his feet, and Larkin just said, "Thank you, free present."
Yep. Jerway, glad to watch the Pens lose to the Wild and our 8-3 record with a +1 goal differential. Oh, the Minnesota Mild fans are talking shit.
They're actually doing okay this year, surprisingly.
No,
all I got to say about
tied the game with 1 second left. It was
that was pretty good. Yeah,
fantastically bad.
For the Red Wings out there listening, time for the Snip Show in the dungeon.
Yeah. Uncultured Barbarian. Has anyone asked Scooter about the QB controversy in Dallas? That'll happen on Thursday.
Yeah.
It is to laugh.
Cooper Rush season.
Should have just kept him in there. Christopher Bowden. Cooper Rush is undefeated. When the TB12 and the Cowboys lose, America wins. Yep. Now, one guy, the Vikings better fire the OC. Then if it doesn't improve, fire Zim. Then fire Rick. His drafting has been awful recently. We need to clean house. I don't think it's a good move to fire a coordinator during the season, though.
Sometimes they did. The Vikings did it a couple years ago with John DeFilippo.
True, though. What was it? No, the Ravens fired Jim Caldwell or something, right? Or who'd they fire in the year they won the Super Bowl? They got rid of the coordinator.
I forget who it was.
I don't think it was Jim Caldwell, but I know who.
No,
you're
I think
talking
maybe
I don't think it was
Caldwell was
him.
brought in. I think Caldwell was brought in because whoever they didn't score a touchdown in a month, and they were like, "Fuck this dude." Dodger of Zion, at least
Cam
the game.
Cameron says the chat.
Oh yes, that's
Cam
right.
Cameron.
Cam
That's it. I was gonna say Cam
Chad
Cameron.
always knows, right? And I think it was Jim Caldwell that was brought in. Dodger says at least the Gamecocks piped the Gators. What an appropriate word. And Dawn's girls had a good game against NC State tonight. The Eagles make me cry. Well, sorry for that. No sympathy.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Tristan Green, someone put Dearness Johnson in a Bubble Boy suit before it's too late. Also love the coffee. Oh, someone had some bench warmer.
The bench warmer is good. Chubb, I think Felton, and a couple other guys. He is the only healthy running back on the Browns right now.
Yeah. That's right. See, J Money Talk says Cam Cameron was the OC, then Jim Caldwell came in. Right. And all Jim Caldwell had to be was alive because Cam Cameron was fucking garbage. Packers and the Chefs, the Jordan Love looked like Jordan shit.
Well, the Chiefs look like shit too. Both teams are immunized against scoring points.
Don't get me wrong, but the Packers lost to the Chiefs. Man, fucking.
Apparently, Patty Mahomes eats more clay than Jordan Love does.
Well, his family's probably giving him enough headaches to make him eat clay.
Jordan Love's family didn't see the game. They were up in the fucking. Did you see where they put
the
them?
bleacher seats? Oh yeah, they put it on
very
like
last
the back
seat
row.
up
Right.
on the western rim.
In
That
Kansas
was awful.
City, and that's fucking high as shit. Any stadium where you go to the very last row, you're like, it's unbelievably
You're
high.
a full. I believe Kansas City, the height of
12
the
stories?
bowl at the corner where they were sitting, I believe the height of the bowl is 175 feet.
So that's like 10 stories up, basically.
Roughly, yeah.
Yeah. So that's fucking high as shit. Why would they do that to Jordan Love and his family? That's kind of bullshit. That was a bitch move. But Jordan Love kind of justified it because he was like, you don't want to see this performance. It was bad. It was
He
bad.
did at least get a touchdown, and his mom did get a picture of it.
Yeah, but it took
Scooters-
him a long time to get comfortable. The throws that he was making were not good throws, and these were short, little, like not difficult throws that he.
They were dink and dunk throws.
Yeah,
He wasn't
and
pushing the ball down the field.
there were some ugly
think-
throws.
How much of that was on Matt?
LaFleur?
LaFleur's game plan. How much do you think is that? And Irvin, Scooter's coffee is probably going to be extremely stale
Here's the thing.
and full of stuff that tastes like 1995.
Here's the thing. If Jordan Love cannot run your offense, especially after 3 years of being in that shit, then Jordan Love needs to pack up his shit. Like, you wasted a draft pick on this fucking guy. That's the bottom line. If he can't run Matt LaFleur's offense, then he needs to get the fuck out of there.
Once Rodgers is gone, I think we're going to see what strength the Packers front office actually has, because most of the Packers' success, even after Ted Thompson left, has still got Ted Thompson's fingerprints on it.
Yeah.
Now we're going to have to see what the team looks like under Brian Sausage Man, because Gutekunst sounds like a type of sausage, like Braunschweiger, Bratwurst, Frankfurter, Gutekunst.
Gutekunst. I don't know. And about Jordan Love, like you would think that after that amount of time of waiting to have his opportunity to shine, that he would be more proficient than that. I'm not saying that he was terrible. I'm just saying you would.
It wasn't terrible, but my God, he's sure. Jordan Love in year 3 look a lot like Mitch Trubisky in year 1.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. And it's amazing how some players that look that way in year 1 don't get much better after. Because Mitch
varies.
Josh Allen, yes, has gotten better year after year, but he seems to be the exception.
He's fallen off a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, Mitch Trubisky also had his first year head coach was John Fox, and his first year OC was Dowell Loggins.
Oh yeah, well,
I mean, really.
Cardinals,
then he went to Nagy, which wasn't much better.
Yeah, Cardinals and Niners. The Niners suck.
They're bad, dude. You couldn't beat Kyler Murray. You made Colt McCoy look like he was elite. Dear God.
Colt McTexan.
Are they 3-5 or are they?
They're 3-5. They're 3-5.
Are they purgatory or regular though?
They're regular trash.
Oh my god!
I mean, at this point, you might be considering Kyle Shanahan on the hot seat. Maybe John Lynch too.
His ass should be warm, a little toasty down there. And the Cardinals, are they a Super Bowl contender?
They're Super Bowl. They gave Super Bowl. Cardinals gave Super Bowl.
Oh, we didn't put the Cowboys. The Cowboys are a division.
Well, the Cowboys are division for now. They'll probably be into Super Bowl later, but whatever. I feel like it's
the Broncos are purgatory, even though they're over 500. They got an outside chance.
They're somehow
that division is awful.
Yeah.
No, the whole AFC is awful. Steelers are going to get a Super Bowl for that reason.
Steelers gone Super Bowl.
And they have no offense. They're led by just a fossil quarterback. They zone in on the run. The receivers are getting killed. They have no line. That's all you need to hear about the Steelers.
Steelers are gone.
Yeah.
They are going to Super Bowl, though. They are absolutely going to Super Bowl. And we're going to wait them terrible smiles all day.
They got a Super Bowl up until the part where your wild card round is at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland.
Pretty much. That's what's probably going to happen. And then I'll do a live stream. I'll melt down and bitch.
Or at M&T Bank in Baltimore.
Fuck the ball. Justin Morgan says Mac Jones snaps an ankles, refs. Defender stares at opposing team. Also refs. Flag city, bitch. Yep. Yeah, they didn't even.
Hey, he's just Mac Jones is just doing an ankle lock. He's prepping for his wrestling career in NXT.
You know how they banned the horse collar? They need to ban the gator roll.
They won't.
They should. They
won't. Because a quarterback did it. If it were a defender, he'd be penalized left and right.
That's more beneficial. That's more beneficial to the product than a fucking taunting call. Okay. I want to see the players out there. No one's getting hurt from a fucking taunting call, except for someone's feelings. Oh, I stared at the.
Speak of which, you know who to thank for that too. You got to thank Andy Reid for that bullshit. You got to thank your owner, that bitch John Mara.
Well, you're fucking
and probably Art Rooney II. Okay. And Mike Tomlin is Mike Tomlin only cares about it because he benefited from it.
Yeah,
Art Rooney is Dan without anything that made.
They would have lost that game. Mike Tomlin would be at that press conference like, man, fuck that fucking shit right there.
Of course, but that doesn't matter.
I saw last night Mike Tomlin
because they're role models and people look up to them. No, they don't.
So
they care about the brands.
Did you catch this last night during the game? Mike Tomlin, somebody committed a false start on the Steelers, and Mike Tomlin just looked up and listened for who it was, and he had this look on his face like, oh, whoever's number they call out, I'm gonna fuck his ass up after this game. Yep. I'm gonna fucking get after him. Yeah, but he just had this look because as soon as he heard false start, he looked up and he started listening. He was like, "Who the fuck was it?" And then he was like, "I'm gonna fucking find his ass. I'm gonna make him do push-ups." False starting over here. Flame, as someone who works at Applebee's, sorry, corporate's killing your ears. Well, it's not your fault. You're not in the marketing department, bro.
You're in corporate.
Yeah, you got Tree to come to an Applebee's, so you should thank that song.
Yeah, you thank the punishment.
You ordered the steak. How was it?
It tasted like depression. It's a steak I probably would have made better at home, but whatever.
Did it taste like freezer burn?
I had steak tonight.
It tasted frozen. I don't know if it tasted like freezer burn, but.
Well, if you could taste the frozen blood in it, yes, it's freezer burn.
Oh, God. Toon League name, the Perna cursed my Rams, but he gave me a shout-out and like my new fan art of entire clickbait crew with me and Alfred Battle UI render. Yes. Oh, that's you, Toon Link, that draws the fan art. He's really good. He even put you in it, He put Dodge in it. He put Alex playing his bass on it.
Yep.
Good. It was good. I think I retweeted it. Andrew Mayer. I saw Hemrick pull off the last lap for his first win in the championship. I sat by the dogleg and pit exit. It was awesome. Phoenix infield is great. Sweet. Was that for the Bush, whatever, the Xfinity series?
3-1 Oilers on a breakaway. Oilers just scored.
We read that. Ian's Dalius. Do you guys think you better watch out for the Oilers, by the way. Do you guys think DST ending had an effect on all the weird results in the NFL on Sunday?
I don't think so.
No.
If so, Bucks drew the lucky straw, won while standing still.
Honestly, I think they prepped for that. I mean, they gained an hour, so I don't think it had anything to do with that.
Maybe it affected the refs. Daylight savings time is stupid. I hate that shit.
Well, you
Go
can
back to
bitch at the
standard time.
farmers for that. It's just for the farmers.
You know what? You know what I call daylight savings times? Oh, look, my dog is hungrier an hour earlier than normal. That's what daylight savings time does to me. Oh, look, my dog's pissed off because he's got to wait another hour to be fed. Fucking bullshit. Yeah, pissed me off. Was it the Indian proverb that said, "Man is so funny, he thinks he can cut off the top of a blanket and sew it onto the bottom and make it longer." That's all we're fucking doing.
I was actually just about to say that before I thought better of it and figured out how much demonetization that little comment might cost you.
What?
So I decided against it.
Oh,
Well, we're demonetized anyway, so
been
whatever.
demonetized.
Say it out there.
Well, I don't want
We're
to.
demonetized.
You two are the guys responsible for collecting the money. I don't want to interfere with that.
Yeah,
so.
okay. Well, that's why we rely on your. This is what your money gets us. Gets you. It's free content. Free content.
It's not free. Time is the most valuable resource we have.
That's
That ain't
true.
free.
And thank you for spending your time.
I hate saying free
on
content.
us.
I hate that. I hate that saying.
Someone drops a $500. I think we got to think of some type of punishment because I got a $500 on clickbait and it felt amazing to get one.
It's not amazing because you deal with that bullshit and it's like, oh God, I got to get punished. Damn it.
Yeah, that's true. I had to order the tattoos too. I have to wear
Yeah.
Cowboys tattoos.
Ooh.
But actually,
Cowboys
Yeah,
since
that's
tattoo.
right. You got to get that.
Actually,
You
since
gotta-
they lost, I'm not gonna care because I'm gonna flex on Scooter the whole time. I'm just gonna be like,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
look at this shitty logo
Just-
right here.
Just stare into Scooter's heart and say, "You want to talk about it? You want to talk about it?
Yeah.
You want to
How
talk
you
about
doing?
it?"
Cowboys fans, how we doing? How we doing?
Hey,
Do you
Florida
want to talk
Gators
about it?
Nation, how's it going? Do you want to talk about
Are
it?
you here
wanna
so
talk
you
about
won't
it?
get
wanna talk
fined?
about it?
Chat, what do you think about the Cowboys' performance? All right.
Hey, Chad, how about the Florida
not-
Gators
he's
performance
not
against
even
South
here.
Carolina?
He's not even here to defend himself.
Chat. Press 1 in the chat if you think 5 points is better than the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys. That's what you got to say, man.
Yeah, Chat, let's hear it. Let's hear it from Chat.
Yeah,
Let's hear from Chat.
Sometimes I'll be like working around the house or something, and I'll just be like, "Look at this garbage," and I'll say it in my head like Scooter says it. They are just garbage. Scooter's a very funny man. He has his own Wikipedia page. All right, look at the chat. I used to work. Uncultured Barbarian. I used to work for one of the largest corporations in the world. They didn't drug test us for drones, for weed, because management would often come back from lunch with cocaine residue on their shirts. Of course, that's how you make
it's like the
it look
NHL.
in America.
Well, you see, when you're in management, you're not in a safety compromised position,
No.
so you don't
When
have
you're-
to be drug tested.
when you're an underling and you go to one of those meetings and the COO is like doing this the whole time, you're just like,
Oh, yeah.
what's going on here?
Oh, yeah.
I've been in
Go on.
in a number of settings where I've seen some people doing the.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because they're all coked up because they have to work 18 hours a day to keep their job and their lifestyle. So they
Oh,
just
yeah.
get hooked on
Yep.
substances. When I worked
Well, they
in
do it for 18 hours. They fuck a hooker and they sleep in the office.
I'm
That's
just
what
saying, when
happens.
I was healthcare exec and all that shit, I would definitely abuse Adderall. That's all I have to say about that.
Probably not good for your kidneys, I would guess.
No, I was getting massive headaches. That's why I can't take Adderall anymore, because like it was
Nope.
amping my system up so much that I was getting fucked up off of it. So I don't ever touch the stuff. Evtar816, Dalvin was just found to be assaulted at his home last year. Men, if anything has ever happened to you, talk about it. Get some help. Yes, get some help. The Carey Price situation really bad too. Big Chungus 01, the Packers got fined $300K and fined Aaron Rodgers $15K. Yes.
Thank you for your donation to the NFL pension fund.
Duh.
That will probably be bamboozled into other shit.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pay for Antonio Brown's retirement. Angry Toilet 24 Real, $2. Do you think the Titans are Super Bowl contenders? We'll get to them.
We'll see.
Get to them. Big Ounce. Huh. Can't wait to see my Dallas Stars underperform and overperform against the Nashville Predators like my bipolar ex-girlfriend. Okay. A little personal there. Also, Tree, can you please do a legacy of failure for the Stars if possible? Ooh.
It's too early, man. They've only
Yeah,
had a draw for 20
finals.
years.
They were in the finals in the Mickey Mouse bubble. They were close.
And they lost. That was your shot.
Gingerfest. That sounds like a concert I want to go to. Remember,
gingers.
Cowboys that can't ride horses are just Texans.
Just make sure that the carpet matches the drapes when you go to Gingerfest.
DDR MST Pro.
Hey.
Peter Meme, and Brady. Hangy retracted $2. All right.
There's
Got a
something
couple
to be
more
said
games.
about the men who will play with fire.
Yeah. Got a couple more games here. Titans beat the Rams. Little exposure there, but as Kevin Von Michael Magnum optimistically predicted, they made it up in the aggregate and they look good. And that back that they have, they kind of have a clone. I think it's Donta Foreman. He's like big as shit, just like Derrick Henry. So they wisely drafted a replacement. They had the forethought of
It's so nice we got to have him twice.
Henry going down that they kind of had a ready to go backup, and it's effective. Are the Titans a Super Bowl contender?
Maybe. I think they're fringe right now. I think right now you're number one in the division. You've rattled off some impressive wins after a suspect start. You're winning 5 in a row. I don't see why they couldn't be considered a Super Bowl contender, especially with how their defense is
I
short
think
up.
they're going to take that slot because the Bills suck right now.
Yeah.
The Bills are going to get
Kansas City
back.
sucks too.
The Bills are
think
going to get right. But
I think whoever the last team standing out of the AFC North is going to be facing the Titans in the AFC Championship game.
yeah,
It's going to be the Steelers. Steelers get Super
And
Bowl!
then Derrick Henry will be back for that.
No, Steelers get Super Bowl because of Najee Harris, and he's sleeping on the floors because ESPN doesn't do their proper research on players.
Oh, you think?
ESPN,
ESPN, the same network that broadcast
in 2020.
ESPN network, the same network that broadcast a Monday Night Football game on a 66-yard game-winning field goal attempt, and was so excited to call a doink they didn't even bother to notice how far the ball actually traveled.
Yeah, it's an optical illusion though. Steve Levy.
It was an optical illusion from the backing camera, but from where Levy sits at Heinz Field, he should have been able to clearly see, like, laterally. You know,
Maybe he wasn't at Heinz
should have
Field.
just plunk.
Maybe he's in like a different location.
So many people
Do you
talk
really
shit
think the
about my
Monday Night
video.
Football guys are broadcasting from a location that isn't Heinz?
So many people talk shit about my video saying Justin Tucker's record will not be broken, which it will be. But I'm just saying, I said it would never be broken because they don't.
It's got to be
try.
perfect conditions.
Yeah, they
Perfect
don't.
conditions. So you gotta be hitting into the wind.
66-yard field goals, and they're not
Yeah.
going to cart somebody out at the end of a game just to try a 70-yarder. It's just not going to happen. Okay, they just don't fuck around with that shit. All right, you read Michael Kenji Izumi.
Yes, sir. Michael Kenji Izumi. Joe Rogan as a doctor? So close. I think he was getting a lot of recommendations from like medical experts. I don't know how valid they were. But
There's plenty. Look, I've been in the healthcare industry for a long time. There's plenty of guys with MDs behind their names that are equally as quacked out and as like even worse. It makes it even worse because they have a medical degree and they're quacked out.
When you're in school that long, I think it goes to people's heads for sure.
Oh yeah.
Now some of them make
I think
a
it
lot
happens
of
in all
sense,
fields.
though.
It's like all the people that you run into in your life that may have achieved a PhD, and they insist that you refer to them as doctor.
Yeah.
You know,
Doctor,
instead of
he's
Mr.
nuts. Mhm.
Yeah.
Dr. Ligma, please report to the operating room. All right, keep going.
Dr. Howard.
Yep,
Dr.
I'll keep
Fine,
on
Dr.
going
Howard.
here. Terminal Sports. A-Rod even showed up to the Pat McAfee interview wearing a Star Wars Rise of Skywalker sweater. What a fool. Yeah, you're supporting probably one of the worst Star Wars movies ever made.
Yeah.
I haven't even watched the last one. It's
I
just
haven't
like,
even seen that shit.
it's just like
No,
it's
I
just-
saw it. I saw it in the.
At-
I gave my money to George Lucas.
At this point,
Well, Rise
Rogers
of Skywalker, it's actually Disney, not Lucas.
Oh,
at this point,
whatever.
Rogers has proven himself so much a tool that he's about to release a rock album this year.
yeah, he's in those State Farm commercials playing bass or whatever. So,
Maybe. Shane O'Connor, seeing Dallas lose like that, no team is unbeatable. I'm a Giants fan at heart. It was a good day Sunday. Oh, dude, when Dallas loses, America
I
wins.
didn't even have to shoot my AK.
Maybe. Pat B for 5. If I want advice on medical issues, I'll talk to my doctor. To know how to throw a dart to Devontae Adams in double coverage, I'll talk to Aaron Rodgers.
Exactly.
Oh, of
That's
course.
why I'm
As I
telling you,
said, like
when he's slinging the rock, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, Aaron, what? I don't even remember that answer."
yeah, it's like, oh, yeah, he's immunized all of us against his stances on the Pat
You'll be in
McAfee
Green
show.
Bay. And you're like,
Can we talk for a moment about how big of an interview that was for Pat McAfee?
that was well, dude. He's changing the platform of YouTube. He's like, everyone is going to YouTube to watch Pat McAfee, and hopefully they find our channels when they do.
I don't know about that, but I mean,
I'm just
that's
saying.
why ESPN did Manningcast for that reason. It was one of their brilliant ideas, and they're cannibalizing their own product.
I wish that they would do the Manningcast on YouTube so that they could cuss, but then
but the problem is they're not, because they're not getting a cut from it. And also, if they did YouTube Super Chats, that means they wouldn't make money off it.
If they
ESPN can't get sponsors from that shit. Yeah. That's why they're not doing Manningcast.
Yeah, I know.
And
I
honestly,
cuss on the Manningcast though, because
I love Pat. I love Pat's reaction. You could just you watch through that interview. The more telling story is not listening to what Rodgers says, and everyone's disseminated that for ages. Just watching Pat's face on the left and Hawk's face on the right. And at the moment that Rodgers mentions Joe Rogan, you hear Pat cut himself off.
Yeah, he kind of like chortled.
He chortled and had to hold it in, and he did this for like the next 2 minutes solid.
Mm-hmm.
He had to hold himself from laughing at Aaron for that.
Because
response.
that was another.
And you can just look at Hawk's eyes.
Right. Yeah,
Hawk's eyes just go to the floor.
Too. They're like, "Oh my gosh, this guy's a fucking."
Hawk's eyes just go to the floor, and you can just see his mouth is just like.
Yeah,
like he's trying to smile.
It's like finding out like
it.
that your friend, that your buddy for a long time doesn't vote the same way you do, right?
It's not just the same way he does.
AJ Hawk probably might be Republican, but even then it's like
no, it doesn't matter.
He's probably not even that far out,
or doesn't
when
agree on the right.
You know, how do you fight a pandemic, and what is your role in it as a NFL superstar? Remember, you're in your job, your workplace involves you being in a huddle with 10 other sweaty bodies, facing 11 other sweaty bodies in front of you, with 45 sweaty bodies and coaching staff on your sideline, surrounded by 70,000 people.
All right, but last year they did that too.
That was surrounded by 70,000 people.
Yeah, but there was no vaccine when they did it. Like, I don't know. I don't whatever. It was definitely funny when Pat McAfee like turtle.
It's kind of Jordan. Like, oh dear.
All right, keep it going.
Yep, I'll keep on going here. Vulgar Knight 297. Who do you want to coach the Bears next season?
You got to say Kellen Moore.
No, I don't want Kellen Moore. I don't want Brian Dable, and I don't want Byron Leftwich. I'm tired of everybody thinking we need to hire another offensive mind. We've hired 2 offensive minds in the last 10 years. One of them was Mark Trestman, and you saw how that fireball ended. And the other one was the offensive guru we currently have, who wears a fucking visor for his bald ass head.
Should hire Adam Gase.
I'm tired of having offensive gurus. I want someone.
But it's about
hire
offense.
A fucking special teamer. Okay.
Oh, you're gonna
hire
hire Joe
Patricia. Hire Matt Patricia. He's not working.
God.
Matt Patricia's a defensive coordinator. Fuck that. I want someone who is able to delegate down, and someone who is able to call out problems whenever an offensive. Because the problem with these offensive coordinators, they all get up in their own head, and their head just starts to inflate. Like, look at Dable. His head is inflating this year, and now they're being all cutesy fucky around with the ball. You have all these other offensive-minded people, the ones who keep their head deflated, like the Matt LaFleur's and others, are the ones who are having a longer sustained modicum of success. And I want someone who can be the fucking CEO and delegate down. That's why you hire all them people below you is to delegate down.
Good luck finding that shit. Good luck finding that shit. Mm-hmm. Everyone's looking for that. Jerry Mejias, the Eagles scored 24 points because of LAC's top cornerbacks being injured and a trash run defense. Okay. Stephen Frick Tree, if you make a Texans Dolphins greatest tank video, you should use bad tank puns like it was the cohesiveness of the MBT 70.
No separations. I thought about it for Buffalo Jacksonville, but just a little too much time, not enough time in my hands.
Penn State Syracuse one was really good though.
Charlie Hill. That was special.
Yes. Just to follow up on my earlier post about Fancy Like, Todd did pretty much rip it to shreds. Apparently, there's a remix that featured Keisha, because that's what'll
Kesha's still a thing.
Yeah.
Kesha's still a thing.
That's what'll make
crazy.
a song better. Hey, I know what'll make the shit sandwich taste.
I didn't want to. People still care about Kesha. Like Kesha fucking sucked back like 10 years ago.
Nick Shannon, Browns crushing the Bengals. Jackets are 7-3. Even the Cavs have a winning record. This is setting up like a Purdue upset of Ohio State, isn't it?
I don't know. Possibly.
Nick Shannon also is Columbus the surprise of the season so far.
For hockey, maybe. They're close.
The Panthers coming out of nowhere being as good as they are.
The Florida Panthers have always been good. I expected them to be
I didn't expect them to be 9-0, 9-1 good. I tell you.
They had a strong year last year.
Edmonton is playing much better hockey now, too. But that shouldn't be.
They're always great regular season teams, though.
Yeah. Stephen Frick, LA Rams fans learning they can't make the Titans lose by a yard every time. It's not St. Louis 5. Does Cohen overspend on any pitching in this offseason? Yeah, for Marcus Stroman. That's who he overspends for. Marcus Stroman.
Do you think he overspends for Thor again, or do you think he lets him go?
I think Thor's gone. He didn't pitch he pitched one fucking inning because he wanted to show that he could still pitch to get his free agency value. He worked all year to pitch 2 innings. So I don't know. The thing is, like with Conforto, with Thor, with Stroman, it's great. Like I want to keep them. I obviously want them to still be Mets. But if you go and give them market value and then they do what they've done for the last 2 years, you're going to be pissed off. You're like, that could be Chris Bryant or that could be somebody else. Like it's not a thing where these guys haven't been productive. Okay. So Stroman wasn't exactly lights out.
I feel like if the Mets are going to do anything, they're going to throw the money vault at Javi Baez.
Yeah, they're going to give Baez because they want Baez and Lindor to be together. And plus, what sucks is unless they we're not in the Correa sweepstakes at all unless they can convince him to go to third base, which I don't think he wants to do. So it kind of sucks. We're gonna be stuck with Baez and Lindor, which is fine. That's a great up the middle group. But anyways. I'm sorry.
Let's play some Baez ball.
Yeah. Let's play some guys. He's kissing her on the ball strikes, and she's
thumbs down
him on the ball. Kevin Von Michael Magnum, Jordan Love was drafted in 2020, 2-year start. Well, what has he been doing for the last 2 years? Jacking off in the film.
Marinating under Aaron Rodgers. Yep. Aaron Rodgers played like shit for 3 years.
Yeah. No, but when he got a chance, and even Troy Aikman said this, when Aaron Rodgers came in after 3 years, he lit it up. He played well. Jordan Love did not.
Played well, but how Packers receivers and line when he came into the league. This was a line that blocked for Brett Favre, who wasn't exactly known to be an escape artist.
Yeah. Yeah. Griff Tech Productions 5 pumped the brakes on the love hate. He was only in his second year. Okay. Only one training. Okay, fine. No, I think he should be better than he was.
I hope that a couple of years from now they have to draft another quarterback, and I can make a sign out of metal that says, "Please God, not Jordan Love," and I'm going to nail it to somebody's door. Even if I have to fly to that somebody's house and nail it
Jordan
myself.
frickin' fracking love.
Frickin' fracking.
Big Ounce. Hey. Once the Dallas Stars win a game in regulation, I will finally start trashing them so hard for how many games it took for them to do so. Hopefully it's tomorrow, but I hope they do it against the Yotes. You know, the way to cure that is to lock up some Bud Light in a fridge, and then they'll finally win. James Amadei. Oh, I don't know. James Amadei, this show existing is better than Chicago State. Is Chicago State a college?
It's a school. Yeah, there's a Chicago State. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's funny. It's a city state. The Rammers line do a South Carolina themed punishment for Scooter. Yeah, that might have to happen. Little
to be fair, California has Fresno State and Sac State. So.
Ooh, I like this. Kip Gaming. Scooter should buy an Eagles mascot costume.
Good idea.
Nick Shannon. Steelers gone to Super Bowl. Gets 1989 by Cleveland in the first round. Ooh.
I hate you.
No.
No,
Remember last year,
the Super
Shit
Bowl.
talking right there.
what's
Jonathan
going to
Hill.
happen is I'm going to go down to the basement and work on my train set again, and Tree is going to be forever fucked.
Yeah, do you have any?
No train set. Steelers get Super Bowl.
Jonathan
Turn on the
Hill,
train
seriously, the officiating was terrible. For a flag for bumping into the ref on accident. No, it wasn't for that.
It wasn't for that. It was for staring at thing for a couple
And
seconds.
realize him bumping into the referee was a solid 4 to 5 seconds after he was staring down the studio.
Yeah, he was
sideline.
still going
He
for
was
the
coming off
flag
the
when he
field.
pushed.
Yeah. Geez, they're giving the NBA refs a run for their money. Great Canadian Tire Fire Center. That's fucking hilarious name. Legacy of failure for the Ottawa Senators, where hockey's incompetent Canadian bureaucrat. Haven't you done Senator stuff? We're a team, right?
Yeah, a couple teams. We've done 2 of them. Yeah. One of them got blamed by Sportsnet.
McJesus scored a goal.
Oh, that's right.
3-2.
It's always funny when I do a video and someone's like, yeah, you should do a video about this. And I'm like, I've literally already done that video.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you just go look through my catalog?
People have a short attention spans. Don't worry about it.
I was like, go find it. It's literally already been done. This is the follow-up to that video. Jerry Mejias, the Bears should hire Doug Peterson.
Yeah, have fun with that.
Yeah, the Chicago special. Out Missing Class gave us 99 cents. Thank you. And remember to go to class. Because he meant to give us $9.99. Posey gone and I'm sad. Last player from the 2010 World Series. Well, you won 2 after that.
Posey, you think Posey makes the Hall? I think he does after a bit. He's not first ballot, but I think he'll make it in.
I've hated on Buster Posey. But he's better than he's good. He's a good catcher. You don't.
Well, his injury ruined baseball because it's like, we gotta worry about the Posey rule. It's fucking stupid.
But when I replayed and watched it, he was trying to square up. He was just late.
Yeah. He was late and he couldn't handle the ball, and
he should have just everyone would have called him a pussy for just letting the ball go by, but that's what he should have done. He should have been like, "Fuck that, I'm not getting hit."
I miss the catcher collisions at home plate, and periodically I look at the
you see Pete Rose wrecking somebody. You can't do that anymore, and it fucking sucks because it's like I feel like sports have become soft in a way, not just in terms of players, but just because of the rules and regulations. It's like,
litigation.
What do you expect? You're trying to protect against injuries and concussions. Here's the problem. These are physical contact sports. This stuff happens. I mean, look at the NFL. I mean, you've tried to protect quarterbacks. Quarterbacks are still getting injured. You try to protect against pass interference and your skill players. They're still getting injured.
Yeah.
You can't
it's
legislate
inevitable.
those things out of these games.
But the problem is they're still doing it.
There's also the greater problem, I think. Players have gotten faster across all sports. We can agree on that. And the people who make it to the major leagues, the people who make it to the major leagues are the fittest, the thinnest, the fastest, the athleticest. But I think the big difference between someone like Babe Ruth, who was a pudgy boy, and Buster Posey, who is a very, very fit boy, is that when you are a pudgy boy, you have a little bit more fat to take a bump or a lump, And granted, players in Babe Ruth's day and Ty Cobb's day were not nearly as fast or athletic as they are today. So the great majority of guys who were not running nearly as fast as everyone else does in the MLB today were making collisions with guys who were built like a brick shithouse.
Yeah, they used to be built like Roy Campanella, right?
Yeah, but now everyone's, on
the Houston
special
catcher's built like
diets.
that. The Houston catcher, what's his name? I forget.
Maldonado.
Yeah, Maldonado's built like that, like the old turtle type catcher.
Or like Pudge Rodriguez. Or Mike Piazza.
Yeah.
Those catchers, those are guys who are stout and built to be stout.
Yeah.
You kind of have to be built like a stump to be a catcher in the old
I
days.
was a catcher, dude. The thing was, I didn't mind plate collisions because when balls came, when you're ready, if you know what you're doing as a catcher, it's like, come on, bring it. Because what I would do is I just put the glove right into their fucking chest as they tried to come at me and just shove that shit up. You know what to do as a catcher. You get dirty as fuck. You're
no longer in that situation. You are no longer the bystander getting hit by a car.
Right.
You are now the bollard at like the bollard at the end of a gore point where it has the big, the yellow and black stripes on the highway, and it's just a big steel thing right here.
Mm-hmm.
You're that. When you can do this with the ball, with the glove and ball, you are now going to get them back.
Right. See, like, I didn't mind taking the hit because I was like, I'm gonna get my shit in there too, motherfucker. Like, if you want to come at me, like, let's go, because I'm gonna square up.
Or
and
you
the
go,
most you can do is knock me backwards. That's
glove
it.
squeezing your hand, squeezing the ball, and you just double fist it out like that.
I've got an entire weapon in front of me that's gonna help protect me from you. So I didn't mind it at all. Okay, Danny State says, rumor has it that Matt Olson might be on the move. Thoughts? We kind of talked about that earlier. Chris Hufford, Lovie Smith back to the Bears?
I don't see it.
No. Nick Shannon, Tree, I will let your false hope reign supreme, but only because I love ya.
Sure.
All right. And to finish out the supers, sports may be different, but Gary Bettman's bloody reign is forever. That dude is not going to die. Like,
well, he's not going to die. But I mean, the NHL is still dealing with more shit. Bob Murray's taking a leave of absence from Anaheim now.
Yeah.
Even though, like, apparently, like, everyone's like cheering. It's like, good.
Shit.
Fuck that prick.
All right, we gotta score the last game. Let's see if Kevin's around. Okay, let's bring in the peanuts. Oops.
Kick the ball, Charlie Brown. Oh wait, wrong peanuts.
No. Yo.
All right.
Nah.
Bring
All right.
everybody in.
I better listen to Yinzer, man. Tell me about this.
All right. Yes. All right. Let's put the steel. Where do we put the Bears?
Oh wait, you haven't put. God, your tier list is just all over the place. You haven't even put the Packers in their rightful place yet.
Put the Packers here. KC is purgatory.
Purgatory.
Let's do the non-players. The Lions are trash.
Tampa's Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Rams are wild card or division?
Division for now.
Division. Smallcocks are purgatory.
Purgatory with a chance for wild card because Russell Wilson's coming back.
Regular
They're
trash.
All right. Now we got the last.
They blew it.
Yeah.
All right. I want to hear the Yinzer go first.
Yes.
That game was a fucking travesty to watch. Even as a Steelers fan, that is absolutely embarrassing, and there should be no way that ref ball affects a game that heinously bad from any sort of perspective or style whatsoever. We're looking at multiple fuck-ups in terms of just like the Bears in general. Like, the Bears should have won this game. It should have been 31-26 Bears. And I think everyone's in agreement with that, except for some Steelers fans saying that, like, oh, we got screwed over in the past, so it's okay. It's like, no, it's not. Because the problem is it's going to come back and haunt us at some point, because in reality, there were a lot of concerning things about this game. You made Justin Fields look really fucking good. That secondary has issues, especially in terms of fourth quarter coverage. They have problems in terms of the offense. It like Ben just cannot drive the ball like he used to. He's more of a short pass guy. He doesn't throw for the sticks anymore. He throws a deep pass every now and again, but for the most part, you're just hoping the receiver can make a big play or there's pass interference. There's you look at the penalties that Chicago had, the low block wasn't even that low. He missed TJ Watt, and it was still in the box itself, so it was technically legal. You had no roughing the passer calls on Justin Fields whatsoever on second, which is a little iffy because he was sliding down. And then third down, there were even more heinous calls. Like, Aaron Donald got called for roughing the passer by just pushing Ryan Tannehill, like, not even into the ground. He just pushed him.
No.
And then Justin Fields is like getting wrecked by Alex Highsmith blindside. And Smith has time to react to it. So it's not even like one of those, oh, he was still reaching for the ball. It's just like, no, it was just a bad hit. Then you also have Deontay Johnson pushing off a receiver. That's called defensive pass interference because nobody can play fucking defense anymore. And then the taunting call we all know about. It's biggest piece of bullshit I've ever seen in my life. And the problem is, if I were a Steeler fan, I'd be raising all sorts of hell about this. This isn't about me hating the Steelers. This is about me speaking as a fan of the game of football itself. I am starting to really hate this league. And the problem is, it's like every rule isn't made for the betterment of the game. It's to make money and to generate offense, buzz, and ratings. That's all it really comes down to. Yeah. And the problem is, like, I can't even feel good about this win as a fan of the Steelers, just because they didn't deserve to win. Like, they really didn't. The Steelers should be 4-4. The Bears should be 4-5. It kind of feels like the 11-0 start where you get by with some really ugly wins. They haven't won a convincing game yet to me.
it seems awfully conspicuous that every Monday and every Thursday we're getting close games. I know that a little bit of matchmaking going on there. There's a little bit of Joe Silva in the UFC here trying to match these games up, but a little conspicuous that we're seeing close games, and we also see them in the Super Bowl. And who controls that? The guys with the flags. They can make it close. I'm not saying
the refs aren't going to be penalized because it's a cushy gig. They got law firms during the day.
I'm not saying
like they bring in some women and minorities and say that's progress. No, it's not, because they still have day jobs that they go to throughout the week. They're not full-time refs.
Yeah, I'm not saying that the NFL is scripted. I'm just saying neither is reality TV, and it's manipulated. It's very much
as I said, I'm getting tired of just like sports in general right now. And maybe it's because I'm burning out because I'm doing a lot of work, but at the same time, it's just
burning out. He's bitter about sports. This is what happens.
Dude, I've been bitter about sports for a while, but it's just justifying my pessimism.
Make his dream his job.
It's not even a dream. It's like, I don't give a shit, dude. I can do something.
Sometimes I get cynical about
I'll go like back in warehouse stuff. I don't give a shit.
Sometimes I get cynical.
That's fine.
About sports. All right, where do we put the Steelers?
Steelers are wild card. They are in a wild card spot.
Our Steelers?
You have Baltimore at the division.
Well, wait. Oh, wait, right. The guy's Super Bowl. But they are wild card. But Super Bowl!
Let's put them up at Super Bowl.
Got it, Super Bowl.
What do we do with the Bears here?
That game was about 2 words. And I'm going to tell you what those 2 words are right now. Game management on the part of the referees. The Bears are regular trash. Simply because even with a furious comeback in the 4th, even with a furious comeback to try to get it into the field goal range, you didn't trust Justin Fields to try to huff it at the end of the game.
He did huff it at the end of the game, though.
66 yards by Cairo Santos. You got to understand, Justin Tucker has got the big accolades for field goals and everything. He has well earned them. He really has. But my sources tell me that Cairo Santos can make 60-yarders. But that's also depending on the wind at his back, an indoor field, and whether he ate 2 3/4 bowl of Cheerios that morning. Okay? And for anyone to tell me that Cairo Santos needs Justin Tucker's leg, all they are conspiracy theorists for the communist regime in Wisconsin. And I don't need any of that. Nobody needs any of that in the United States of America. Or, if you are from the state of Michigan and so inclined, welcome to the United States of America, the arsenal of democracy. Home of my Red Wings, who are currently winning 3-2 on the power play.
Everyone thank Alex Jones for coming to the show.
But getting back to where we're going.
Yes. Okay.
The understanding, though, is that if the Bears would have continued and lost this game by as much as that first quarter was showing us they could have lost this game by, Nagy might have been fired this bye week.
Yeah.
Now, I know that George doesn't have the stones in his shorts to do it. And I know that Virginia probably doesn't even care at this point. After all, she's a 98-year-old woman. But quite frankly, our team is being hamstrung just like Britain is being hamstrung by their monarchy. We're being hamstrung by a monarchy made out of the McCaskey family and all of the billions of grandchildren they have and all the billions of regular children they have. And we don't know when it's going to end. So quite frankly, I once again support and push forward the economic jihad against the NFL. We must break the National Football League by the wallet.
They're calling you a
David Selman
Manning-Turian
can kiss
candidate.
my ass. Make sure while you're down there, you spit shine my right nut. It's been a little bit.
Wow. Not that kind of show. Oh my gosh. No, you just got demonetized. All right.
I'm always going to demonetize you because that's what the NFC North InfoWars desk does. We take your money and throw it in the furnace because it's fucking cold up here.
Manning-Turian candidate speaks. Nick Shannon says Tree is one of the most reasonable Steelers fans I've ever heard. All the
Is it
Steelers
really
fans
reasonable?
in
Is it
Columbus
really
are just
reasonable?
belligerent over this. It's horrible. Yeah, because they're like,
Dude,
cry
a
more.
lot of
Cry more.
Steelers fans are pissed at me for saying that.
There's
They
two
think
people I hate.
I'm a big fan.
It's you know nothing about X. That's the one.
Oh, dude, I get that all the time.
You know nothing,
Oh, dude.
and cry more guy. Oh, cry more. That's like the most least grown up statement that you can say.
I
Besides
banned somebody for doing that tonight.
yeah, actually, besides actually telling someone to grow up, cry more is the most immature statement.
I get a little bit of that.
So, yeah, I'm just saying. All right, Kevin.
I mean, like, at the end of the day, it's like, whatever. It's like,
I guess you're happy, Kevin, that your team is now in the Super
Oh
Bowl.
my!
Or
Oh
Super Bowl
my!
tier.
Oh my! Good lordy, Lou. You should have. We should have known. We should have known right from the first kickoff when Michael Buffer was trying to do his signature. Let's get ready to rumble, and the Titans were like, "No, let's just go ahead and just kick everyone's ass," because we've been told by everyone from Stephen A. Smith to Michael Irvin to basically anyone in the Western Hemisphere that the Titans season was over. It's all over. The king is dead. Long live the king. Well, apparently it was
Recreated.
I wouldn't say he was recreated as such, because the offense was as serviceable as it was. They only mustered about 194 yards with total yards. However, the one thing that we all overlooked, and I think I brought this up before in a previous Dumpster Fire, I believe that the Tennessee Titans have the best front four defensive front in the entire league.
Talking shit. Okay. Best front four. You're saying it's better than the Rams.
Well, obviously
better than
it
the Rams.
was.
Better than the
What?
Rams and better than Tampa Bay.
Oh, okay. All right. No. That makes sense, I guess.
Well, that's certainly a bold claim, but
it is.
there's
It
a
is.
lot
They don't
more
have much
season left
star
to play.
power, but they're good. They're good.
There's a lot more season left to play, and this will be recorded if you have a Broncos fan moment.
Yeah.
You know, 11-5 Broncos, right?
Yeah.
Joey's
Yeah,
still
Joey. Mm-hmm.
Joey has saved himself for at least 2 more weeks.
Hey, Dodd,
But,
how you doing down there? I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish your thought, Kevin, and then we'll wrap this show up.
Anyway, like I said, and I believe I told you this before, I think that the Titans are starting to come together as a team just because of the amount of adversity they had to deal with. I gave you the pictures of the chart that they had. If you wanted to show them that.
No, I don't have time to call that up.
All right, don't worry about it then. But on a lighter note, I did give you another picture, and I think you already saw it. But anyway, tighten up, baby. And PA, I hope the jihad comes true. There's the picture.
Yay.
You got it. That's some.
By the
good
way,
shit
what
right
are you
there.
holding there, PA? Is that a credit card?
I'm imagining it's probably a credit card.
It's Tom
Good
Gross's
point.
credit card. You're gonna
You
buy
kinda-
him a shit ton of Bears gear.
it kind of looks
No.
like
I'm not buying any NFL
Penn.
gear. It's part of the jihad.
It looks like Penn from Penn and Teller if he cut his hair.
Shut
Jeremy
the fuck up!
Jamali
That's what I'm thinking.
Dabney, as a Bears fan, this season is not about wins or losses, it's about development of Fields. And last night showed America what this kid can show. Yeah, he was good, man. He was good. Dodge, what's up? Are you having an afterburn after this?
I am, and I have something to say about Saturday.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
I said at the very beginning of the season that if Shane Bieber has 1/3 of the acumen of his father in terms of coaching, then South Carolina was going to be just fine. It's been a little bumpy, been a little rough. I don't really want to talk about the A&M game, but we have one win away from bowl eligibility with a rookie head coach in the SEC. That is not easy to do, especially not in the SEC East, where Georgia is absolutely shit stomping anything and everything in their path.
Just ask Vanderbilt.
Well, Vanderbilt. Being a South Carolina football fan is really fucking painful. I willingly put myself through this for very serious personal reasons. But one more win, and we have a bowl game, which Muschamp couldn't give us in the last few years of his tenure. So, the Eagles are depressing, but at least the Gamecocks are doing what they need to do. Dawn's girls are kicking the shit out of anyone in their path, and such a pity. Scooter doesn't want to talk about it.
Yeah,
What a shame.
Scooter never doesn't want to talk
bad.
about it. You know that.
Florida's bad. They went from being a field goal away from beating Alabama to just being absolute trash. So it's sad times in Gator country, and Dan Mullen is clearly probably going to get fired after this. They're going to be starting all over again. It sucks.
I wonder
All
if
right.
Scooter wants to talk about it yet.
So
Maybe Scooter does want to talk about it. He's going to have to, especially on Clickbait Sports.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kevin, thanks for checking in. Dodge put the link to the Afterburn down there in the chat. PA, once again, thanks always for stopping by. Alex Jones.
Toon Link made. Ouch.
That's a
Yeah.
damn
Shooter
shame that
locale
Alex
of the
didn't
week.
show up.
Ouch.
Yes. And Tree, you got anything coming up?
No, just sports ball tomorrow. Probably writing a few things, but otherwise, that's really about it in the docket right now.
All right. And I have
Very
a video
boring, I
come
know.
out today, and I've got some more shit coming. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm going to pick next for my video. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't even know. Might do the Cincinnati Bengals story that I've been sitting on. I'm going to have a Harbaugh video. That's it. If it's bad luck or bad coaching. Harbaugh.
Eagles are the NFC's butt fumble. No. That's the Lions.
No.
The Lions are the butt fumble.
That's the Lions.
Right. All right. Thanks, everyone, for coming out. Thanks to all the donators, the mods,
Absolutely.
everybody. Yes, because we get demonetized a minute into the show. Everyone that donated, all the
That's
big
not
hundo donations, the 50 bomb, even the
gotta
little
say-
$2 ones. Thank you.
I gotta say, thank you, Bear Man, for making the first ever fan art of Warrior. Well
Yeah.
done.
That was awesome. All right.
And
I'm
of
Bob.
you, Yang, too.
Thanks for everyone for coming out. Love y'all. See
All
you
right.
next week.
Peace out,
See you at
yo.
Clickbait Sports.